Well, I mean, I could say that I have 2 points of view to rip the church because I grew up over 2 denominations.
Hey.
Because once we moved to Indiana, I got to experience the Southern Bible Belt.
Oh, God.
Even religious
pretty
people
much.
say that's too much.
Oh my God, it's awful. I've never met people who make fun of Catholics more than Catholics. Like, I had to explain to them what Lent was. They're so ignorant of everything else around their own religion. It's like building a wall around your denomination. Then again, I mean, that's the whole schism thing, isn't it? I'm sure my audience loves hearing me talk right now.
Especially in this particular voice, and I'm sure we get to hear a lot more of it. And hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and the smoky voice of Keyframe wonder about random drivel. And today with us, and with all this talking in the pre-show, I did not do my job to prep some visuals. The voice of reason! Hello and welcome! How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am currently one of the 2 essential services that require me to be at work during the human malware incident.
Mm-hmm. Which is apparently what we are going to refer to.
Someone tried downloading a Linkin Park album off of LimeWire, and this is what happened.
Exactly.
The worst part is that they tried downloading a Linkin Park album and not, like, good music.
Hey-oh!
Well, hang on. Pre or post Meteoria?
You know which era.
Okay, post Meteoria then.
But yeah, voice for our dear, since you are a first timer especially, but also in general for our dear viewers who have no idea who you are, please do enlighten us. Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
Hello, I am the voice of reason. Most people remember me from doing My Little Pony reviews. Most recently, I've been doing something called At the Screening, which is a different style review where it's more.
Oh yeah, you can tell. All recent videos except for the BronyCon announcement.
Yeah, I decided to change up my style to say, you know what, someone hasn't done Siskel and Ebert reviews of these episodes. And I decided, you know what, this is the last season. I wanted to do it with somebody, and I picked Thespio, and it's been a heck of a fun time. I'm still working on that best and worst of season 9, and I can't wait to talk about the worst of the entire show. That's going to be fun.
What is it?
Well,
I mean, it's voice of reason, so obviously the worst will be bridal gossip, but...
actually, no, it
isn't. Is it Rainbow Falls? Do we still agree upon this?
No.
No!
Don't get me wrong. Rainbow Falls is terrible, but there is one worse.
Baby Dash?
Nope.
Cart before the pony?
Nope.
Oh God, what is it? Was it season 9 or 8? Because then
It was season 8.
Oh no, then we're going to a blank spot of my knowledge. Who was the main character of the episode? This is more important than our show right now.
Starlight and Discord.
Oh no, it's that fucking episode. Okay.
Yep. I despise that episode. It was the episode that almost made me quit the series.
It wasn't that bad.
I hate the lesson. I hate Discord's portrayal, and also it was like I forget what it was, but I think it was the order of the episodes that came out. Because the last episode before the break was the Mean Six, and I despise that episode because it was a complete waste of time. And then the Hub decided to Discovery Family. I forgot. Hub is no longer here. The Discovery Family decided during the summer that we're going to release an episode early for us to watch, and that episode was Yakety Sax.
Okay, well, we can all agree that yaks are not exactly our ideal pick unless it's Yona, because Yona is a baby. And Yona must be protected at all costs. But either way, outside of pony stuff.
Yes, but other than that, I'm stuck doing, I'm still at 2 jobs now. One, and both of them are essential services that have to remain open during the human malware incident. One is media, and the other is office supplies.
Oh boy, that's fun.
But on the bright side, my media job, I basically get paid to stay at home. I get paid to stay at home for a couple days and only go in for a couple days because sanitation stuff.
Which is why you're here. You messaged me being like, "Hey, I can work from home now." Wasn't there a podcast that you talked about with Max? And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
New blood.
Oh,
Oh no, he muted.
Secret side.
No, I'm good.
Secret side talking.
Oh,
Oh,
but anyway.
Sorry, girlfriend's here.
Yeah, but anyways, what's been going on recently in your life? I mean, you're in New York. You're in the state where a lot of things happen. What's been going on in your life? I'm sure nothing but positive things. You do that while I get water.
Okay. Well, let me put it like this. I trust my governor's job of handling the human malware incident than our president.
I mean, without going too deep into politics, but this president showed that he's very incompetent in handling this crisis for sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's been... it's just a lot of the stuff, like... A lot of the things that's been going on in my life is surrounding human malware, and just wondering, am I going to have a job? Am I going to have a job tomorrow? More specifically with my retail job, and and figuring out what days do I have off because we have a rotating schedule at my media job, and it's just turning on the news every morning, just to see what's going on, what's Governor Cuomo doing? Well, what's the newest updates as far as trying to flatten the curve so we can stomp out this malware, and then of course the U.S. president has to interrupt the Price is Right on the days that I have off, and
how dare he? That's an impeachable offense, denying me my daytime game shows.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The Price is not wrong. Why is there a cursor over me?
Is there a cursor over you?
Where? I don't see it.
Oh no, it's my headphone.
Seriously?
Okay, to be fair, if you look at it with how it jiggles, it kind of looks like someone's just taking a cursor.
Oh, it is. It is true. It is actually true. It could be a cursor. And I'm like, wait, in my current setup, you cannot have a cursor on you. How can this be?
It's a practical cursor.
just for the jokins. Like, hey, I brought my own cursor, so to keep this old running gag from the earlier days of the show running. Also, I just realized.
Yeah. In lighter news, I got a new computer set up.
Ooh.
Yes, actually, I could probably grab this for a second. Again, apologize, Max, for adjusting this. So, let's see if I can get a good... sorry. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. Hang on. Okay, so...
This is not a computer setup. This was your forehead.
So this is the new screen that I got. That's my microphone that I've always had. And this, can I move the headphones? There we go. Down here is the new computer.
Oh, fancy.
Yep, I got a gaming desktop, so that way it can handle better performance, and it is upgradable. So if I ever need more memory or RAM, I could just upgrade it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, the best thing about gaming desktops is that they're actually really great for video producers because the whole thing with them is higher GPU and running systems and stuff, which is great for editing programs. They just market it as gaming because gaming is more of a mainstream market than video production.
Yeah, hence why I kind of got this, so not only can I play games at a better frame rate and possibly stream at a later time, but also the processing power so I can render out videos faster for Premiere.
Yeah. Oh god, it's doing that thing again. Okay.
It's doing the thing.
Stop doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
It's because I only keep one earbud in because I don't.
Also.
I like to keep a. To the no one that's allowed in my room, I need to keep an ear out.
True.
I'll get into that during my week.
Also, before I forget, today's episode is brought to you by Batman.
Woo! Goes really good with that Joker thing you retweeted.
It does, doesn't
Oh,
it?
funny. I thought it was going to be sponsored by Purell.
Nope. You don't think that I actually got my hand on hand sanitizers, do you? I mean, I actually managed to get a new pack of toilet paper the other day.
Good for you.
Yeah, we still had like three, 4 rolls here, so we just stocked up once because we are rational people. We're like, yeah, while we're here in the store and they for once have one, let's get one pack, which should last us for hopefully the majority of it. And for everything else, I have my trusty companion.
All right, then.
What's on it? Pineapples?
Everything.
It's like fruit.
Okay.
So this is a
that's
self-made mask by Denim, and it was the only fabric she had at hand, which was 100% cotton. So
nice. Good job.
yeah.
I need more water.
Whoops, that didn't last long.
Oh, well.
But yeah, that's my
Hi,
Denim, you-
egghead.
Denim, you adorable dog. Odie is not wrong. But yeah, that's
When you realize
that's how I went out in public the other
that you
day.
made a really bad choice.
Ooh. But yeah, that was my public attire for the last few days. When
I see.
I left the flat, which I rarely do nowadays, even less than before. Which probably makes it a very interesting question. What's going on? I mean, yeah, you voice. Do you still have any other topics of what's going on in your life you want to share or talk about, or?
Well, we're still working on stuff with Brony D&D. Our next session should be, I think it's this coming Saturday. We're still doing that.
Great.
And,
By mentioning other shows, now I have to put a link into the description. Jeez, thanks, voice.
It's all right.
This one
Yeah.
is on Josh's channel, right?
No, that's on Doc's.
Oh, on Doc's,
That's on
okay.
Doc's channel. But
There's
speaking
only
of-
two things on Doc's channel nowadays: Brony D&D and TF2 Analysis. You think he makes any other videos?
Well, speaking of TF2 analysis, how did everyone enjoy Mercenary Melodies?
I totally watched it. Yeah,
Same here.
yeah, total. I feel like I watched an edit of it, but I did not watch the release thing. I've kind of been preoccupied.
Yes.
I might not be subscribed to Dog for quite a while now.
Oh.
Same.
Oh.
It's nothing against him.
Yes,
I did
it's just
a subscription purge of people I don't watch.
Yeah, and it's a thing that I have outgrown a lot of outgrown sounds like so condescending, but I have moved on from a lot of the majority of the pony stuff. I still consider myself a brony. I still have artwork on my walls. I still occasionally check in certain pages, but the bulk of pony-centric YouTube channels I have unsubbed ages ago because I'm not watching them. It's like...
Except for you, Voice. He's totally still subscribed to you because, you're a very well-respected member of the community.
Key, I think you got a little brown on your nose there.
Oh, it's a freckle, I swear. I have a lot of...
Oh, this
I have a lot of brown
explains...
on my face.
Doesn't this explain the freckles?
A lot of people will know that I'm more... The brown is probably just dried blood from being bluntly honest to people.
Fair point.
Well, to be fair, like talking about other stuff is kind of main topic because, well, I can't watch sports. There are no sports.
True.
Oh, there's a great anecdote about that when we go into the joint part of our week when it comes to seeing newscasts about just sports, just
Yeah.
fucking closing.
I mean, I guess this is probably a good point to segue over into, since it has been like 3 weeks since our last episode. Yeah, we skipped 2 Sundays. Yeah, so it has
2
been.
Sundays, yeah.
So we have 3 weeks in between the episodes. So yeah, and stuff happened, am I right? And I guess since you have provided this lovely photo journey on your Twitter, which I can use for visualization, why don't you start on the big shared part, and I can chime in if I have to add something about it?
Yeah, so I got sick. Okay,
Oh my
but
goodness.
but that's not. The thing was, I thought we would just talk about first, like the whatever individual things have happened, and then we just go into the shared thing.
I guess we can try this too.
I mean, because I have a little bit of an anecdote of my adventure this week, because I think people want context.
Fair. Start out. What happened to your voice except for this pack of cigarettes you smoked and this entire bottle of Jack Daniels you downed during the pre-show?
I suddenly became Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers. That's what fucking happened. But no, what happened was, some person in Vegas decided to not wash their fucking hands, apparently, and stuck a Corona bottle down my throat. No, like Monday or Tuesday, I started feeling weird, and then Taylor and Brett were kind of like, "That's not good," and I was like, "Yeah." And then like the next night, I was like, maybe it's just a cold or something, and then I started feeling short. I went from the bathroom to my bed, which is only like 2 feet, and I couldn't breathe, like shortness of breath kind of thing. And Taylor was like, "Yeah, we need to get you tested." But Lancaster has no fucking testing available. The only one that they do is only for the patients that are already inside the hospital. I'm going to preface with this. I understand there's a limited amount of tests. I'm not blaming them like that.
I will.
I'm blaming the higher ups that are not making the tests widely available. I'm not blaming the frontline people that really can't do much. I'm not saying that. I will blame that fucking nurse at the Bakersfield place for being a bitch, though. She doesn't. But no, like, because the closest place to get a test is in a town called Bakersfield, which is 2 hours away. And we got there. The testing facility was outside, not in a covered tent. And I was standing in line. They had little markers, so you stay 6 feet away from each other. Good. And there was an elderly woman in front of me, and because everything's out in the fucking open, I can hear, because I got fucking Dumbo eagle ears, despite all the noise pollution I have put my ears through. And they were like, and, you know, they did this questionnaire, and they were like, "Sorry, you can't get a test." And this lady looked fucking ill, which is already great. But I came up, and she asked me 3 questions. 1, have you been out of the country? And I said, no, but I have been, you know, in highly populated places. And she just stopped me and just went to the second question and was like, have you been around a person that you know has tested positive? I'm like, I don't fucking know. People don't exactly have stickers on their arms saying that they are positive or not. And then 3, what are your symptoms? And I listed all the symptoms, which are all the symptoms listed on the CDC website. And she was like, no, you're not sick enough to qualify. Come back if your symptoms worsen, you know, when you get sicker. I'm like, what? And I tried to explain, I have to get tested because Kichi works at a job with government clearance. Legally, she cannot go in if she is at risk for having it. And, you know, she kind of fucking lives with me. And I tried to explain that to him, being like, for my roommate's job, I have to do this. And she's like, your roommate and you are 2 separate patients. If she feels like she needs to be tested, she can come get tested. And I'm like, but she doesn't have symptoms. Yeah, y'all are definitely not going to try to test an asymptomatic person if she is that. So that was fun. And then Lauren came in to the picture.
Oh, God.
Now, people know that how much Lauren loves me. she heard how sick I was, and she immediately went into overprotective mama bear mode. And her dad was able to get me into the Lancaster hospital. Apparently her dad somehow got an in, and they took me out, so we went there. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm tired. And it's freezing cold because it's the fucking desert. And they take my temperature outside in the fucking cold. Then they take me in a tent that is not much warmer. Take my vitals again. Then they put a stethoscope to my back. They're like, breathe in. And I'm like, I literally can't. The reason why I'm talking like this right now is because if I talk louder, my chest starts to tighten up. And I will get into a coughing fit. But I tried breathing in 4 times. And each time I coughed up a lung. And they were like, your lungs are fantastic. You're a fucking liar. But the thing is, they only did those things. And then they diagnosed me with acute upper respiratory infection. You know, the thing that they have to, like, do a fucking swab test for? And x-rays? And you also need to have congestion and a runny nose, which I don't have because my coughs have been painfully dry and unproductive. That. And then they gave me a cough suppressant, which has been working. I will give them that. But they gave me the diagnosis that you have to be in quarantine in your room for 2 weeks. And they were trying not to use the word quarantine. And I was like, so you mean quarantine? They're like, yeah. So I don't blame them. They probably just don't have enough tests. I've been seeing on Philip DeFranco that they've been turning away people in critical condition from getting tested and all that stuff. It's a crazy fucking mess. I can just say that I've now experienced that crazy fucking test firsthand. And it is weird. So yeah, that was my week.
But so officially you're still not positive?
Officially I'm not, but those doctors were kind of looking at me like I need to be put into a box. So let's just be more positive and say that I have a respiratory infection, which is still not fun.
Sure, and I will have a test for respiratory infection myself later that week, so because apparently that's all you get nowadays. But no, joking aside, I have high suspicion that I probably have it too without strong symptoms. Let's see how...
asymptomatic person.
Yeah.
Mostly, yes. Yes, it's like you noticed my 1 or 2 coughs I had so far. That's basically it, and sleeping a little bit longer in than I usually would. As in, Denim Ninja got up before me? That never happened.
But no. So that was my individual week experience.
How's
so
that?
You've been on the patient level. I've seen the retail and media level. Not even just from watching it on the news, but experiencing firsthand how, again, I work at an office supply store, Staples. So I have to. So everyone's coming in like asking, do you have hand sanitizer? Do you have toilet paper? Do you have this? No, we don't have that. The other thing is like people are asking for is webcams because people are going. It's not just It's not just like people working from home. It's also kids having to learn via Skype. So everyone's asking for a webcam. In fact, before the show, I was actually when I contacted Key to be on the show, I was like, oh, that's great. Well, problem, I don't know where my webcam is. So I had to scratch. Oh, well, I'll just order one off of Staples. And nope, back ordered. And so many freaking people are ordering these webcams and we don't have them. And then more people are trying to buy laptops and office chairs because they need to work from home. And not even that, just desks and other office supplies, ink, paper, printers, just so that they can, still have a living even though their work is considered non-essential.
Mm-hmm. Let me just say, though, on a positive note, shout out to one of my good aunts in my life. I do have some because all my New York family has been calling me every day asking how I am. Because one of my aunts follows me on Twitter. I'm so sorry. But she let other people know. And keep in mind this is an aunt. That the one that found out is an aunt that's on my dad's side of the family, and she actually contacted the good people on my mom's side of the family. My dad's side of the family hates my mom's side of the family. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys, but they actually are positive, not positive, civilly communicating because they want to make sure I'm okay. And long story short, one of my aunts is mailing me a weird package of steaks, like they're mailing me meat, which, you know what, right now, not bad. Food is good.
Okay. I agree. Food is good.
But but no, just it's weird because, New York side of the family, they're under lockdown too. My cousin, who is like 5 years there is actually someone younger than me. She's graduating high school this year, and she's like, I don't know if we're having a graduation, if we're having a prom, all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm just glad you're fucking safe. And you know what? She has a fucking 6-month-old Labrador puppy that she could be quarantined with. She's fucking lucky. She gets a dog. I don't get a dog.
I was already considering, like, when the lockdown, but the like. I mean, we also have high restrictions here. I basically have a new sticker how every day more and more get restricted. Starting today, officially restaurants are completely closed outside of takeaway and delivery. Others, public stuff like cinema, already closed for a week, whatnot. We are not yet officially under lockdown, but I can check the current status at the end of the show again and see if there are any updates, if there's official lockdown in Berlin. I would not be surprised. They have the government has a meeting today via phone to talk about.
Not to burst your bubble, but I just was on Twitter, and apparently Angela Merkel's now in quarantine because the doctor who gave her a test is tested positive.
I mean, no surprise.
If there's anyone that's going to test positive, it's fucking world leaders because they have to interact with each other. That's a surprise to no one.
I mean, especially if you look at your own annoying Orange, who is still gladly shaking hands left and right because he didn't hear the shot. If he isn't already positive, I don't know.
What? I don't know.
I mean,
White House says he's
positive and
negative.
Of course, his White House would say this. I don't want to go into conspiracy theory, but if he would not be, would he tell anybody?
No,
Maxie, do I need to get out the tin foil? Do I need to go into the kitchen and get the tin foil?
No, I
don't. But no, just that was my pessimistic life recently. That's of note. I would rather go into the positive, fun stuff we did last week, but I will give Max the chance to talk about if there's anything of note that happened while he came back home.
Well, except for being a week in home office now, Denim's language school also being in virtual version, so we are now both just sitting here behind our respective desks being nerds. Exactly.
Business.
Basically,
okay,
yeah.
then let's go into the fun shit.
But yeah, did anything happen? Because, well, somebody in this household now has Animal Crossing. However...
So like 90% of the world now?
Exactly. You mean 50 because the other... No, okay, probably 60 because then there are also 60% who have Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Exactly, and then there are the 20% in the middle, but...
That have both.
Exactly. But no, here's the thing. Fucking Nintendo, you cannot have two separate save games of Animal Crossing on the same Switch.
Then get your own Switch, you loser.
Shush. But yeah, so basically the thing is, Denim offered me to play a little bit of Animal Crossing. I was like, yeah, this looks interesting. But then we looked, and apparently, if I log in with my separate account, I still am on her island. So everything she did and whatnot is already there. So I cannot truly have my own game.
Get your own Switch. And this picture is courtesy of Lauren, who just messaged me.
Okay.
You'll appreciate this.
As a link?
It's a link.
Ah, thank goodness. Yay. Oh boy. There we go.
To explain, she's going through the boxes because she moved a few months ago, and they're still going through boxes. Apparently, she just owns this. I don't want to ask when and why and how. I'm just happy it exists. I want to know what a ferret's guide to friendship is. Oh, she just gave me the thing of what's Max doing in my storage. It is not showing up on webcam.
Yeah. What? More ferrets? Oh my god, somebody's a secret fangirl of mine for a long time. Even longer than I know that I'm a ferret.
I mean, why do you think she designed your persona, hun? Like, she knew what she was doing. She was just looking at this book while she was doing it. But yeah, so we had an interesting week before all this chaos. It was like the eye of the storm, where there was peace.
Oh wait, now I need to go there. Whoop!
Okay, so me and Max can both talk about this, so I can talk less.
True. This one actually already starts in Vega. Oh wait, no, that's not true.
No, it goes.
It starts
goes
here.
Up higher.
Oh, there it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm now a 23-year-old lady.
Old.
I know, aren't I? Oh God, Lauren, stop sending me ferret pictures. I'm a 23-year-old lady now, and so for my birthday, Max came down to good old Los Angeles for the week to partake in fun and merriment in Sin City.
And I potentially got human
malware
for my trouble.
You would have, if you didn't get it there, you would have gotten it in your country. It spreads domestically.
It's true.
Don't blame me. But no, Saturday he came in. The airport was fucking dead. I wonder why. Though he was stuck for 2 hours because there was one. Go ahead. Explain.
Yeah. We made it through nicely. There was so much space on the airplane. I literally had my own row for myself. But then you snooze, you lose. I kept watching videos, and when I was ready to basically try to get a little bit of shut-eye for myself, I turned to my left, and some bloke from a different row has come over and slowly stole the 3 seats next to me, and was now lying all the way. And I'm like, shit. I could have had my own middle row. 4 seats, my own little king-size bed when it comes to airplane standards. But I didn't claim it in time.
A king-size bed, airplane standards for a 6-foot-tall man.
It's true, but I didn't claim my land when I had the chance. And then this other guy first came just in on the other end, took 2 seats, and eventually was across all 3 seats. And I'm like, I should not have watched this last movie. Damn it.
What movie was it? Was it at least good?
Did I not instantly tell you after landing which movies I watched? I didn't watch too many. Because
we spent most of our time complaining about things, and I think Brett went on a weird tangent about metaphors that we were like, how have you not heard of this metaphor before?
Anyways, we have a lot to cover, so landed, and then I came, and everything looked good to this point travel-wise, and then I came into customs, where they had only one person. In between there was a second one, but he disappeared every now and then, and at the end of the day, I was 1.5 up to 2 hours in customs, just there, standing in line, waiting slow. And the beautiful thing about LAX is that for some mind-fuckingly stupid reason, because there must be a reason, there is no way that this just happened to be, the customs area has no reception and no airport internal Wi-Fi.
Which makes no sense because they keep promoting the Passport Plus thing that you need to use your phone with.
Yeah, exactly. They even promote a service that requires internet. But no, for some reason, this room is blocked from internet. And this cannot be accidental because if you want to have Wi-Fi in this room, you put a repeater in there. Done. They don't want this. They must. And I don't get it. I don't get why. Because now we have people in a room which is made for standing in line and waiting, being bored, being not able to tell the waiting people that they might be delayed. I mean, thankfully I had audiobooks, as always. Enigma. But
He made Enigma twitch a little bit.
but
But yeah, we finally got him. We got to our hotel, all that great stuff. And then the first day of our adventures, we went to Knott's Berry Farm, which is a very fun theme park in Buena Park by Disney and everything. And oh boy, was it barren! Like to a creepy amount, honestly. Our favorite roller coaster though was closed, so terrible day, worst day ever. But like we were able to get through that park in what, 3 hours?
maybe a little bit more, but we were out at 3 or something. At 3
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, we did every ride we wanted as often as we felt like.
Yeah.
Let's go home. Let's not force it. I mean, the thrill
Yeah.
rides were already losing their thrill factor, which is like, yeah, you should stop going on the rides if they lose their appeal, because don't ruin the rides for yourself.
We were weirdly hypnotized by a really crappy stage show that was at the park though. And by that I mean Max just kept watching it and then got annoyed when I wanted to walk away. It was some kind of Snoopy show and it looked fucking creepy.
Yes.
Because they were adult-sized Peanuts characters.
With a human person on stage, which was so wrong.
So,
There's-
quick question:
Yeah.
Is this the same theme park that is connected to not just Dorney Park but also Cedar Point?
No. That's in Ohio.
No,
The-
well,
the,
I meant the
the company?
yeah, the
maybe?
company. That's what I meant.
Maybe, I don't know. But point being, that was fun. And then we walked all the way back to the hotel. And I don't think we did anything else that day.
I don't think so either.
Nope. And then Monday was our free day. So I decided to take Max to a hibachi, which
Yeah.
was such an interesting experience because we were sitting with like 2 other couples. Like there was this old Asian couple on one end and 2 very, very obvious lesbians next to us. Or at least that's how Max wants to put it. And yeah, for people who don't know, a hibachi is a kind of like cooking with performance. Like the guy like does tricks and everything, makes like a volcano out of onions. It was great. And the guy was so nice, and I liked him. And they sang me some kind of birthday song in Japanese, which I did not expect. But the
Oh yeah,
funniest
that's
fucking
the
thing.
thing I just want to point out that I noticed during our stay there. Before the entire birthday week, before the birthday, days after the birthday, Key just in small talk kept bringing up to waiters and stuff that we are here for her birthday, and she even said like the birthday yesterday or the day before or
I'm
upcoming
honest,
birthday.
at least when I say it.
It's true, but she still got things out of it all the time. She always got the birthday bonus.
Oh,
even
wait till
so-
we get to Vegas with the Mob Museum, because that was probably the best discount ever.
That was one hell of a discount indeed.
But no, like they were so nice. Part of me thinks that they saw all these news reports and they're like, oh, this woman's not gonna have a fun time come after this week. Let's just, there you go, there. But I think the funniest fucking part about the Benihana thing though was that the same cook went to cook on the stove behind
Oh.
him with the most unenthused audience, and we were just kind of like, I feel bad for him.
We had like Granny with her granddaughter. We had a feminist studies lady with her domesticated boyfriend. But both like they looked like you imagine them to be, like not Tumblr feminism, but like I'm intellectual.
Liberal arts studies.
Yes,
feminism.
yes. And what was the other people were
Oh,
just
the white trash.
the white trash, big guy, like really big, like not fat, but like muscular, sporty, but still not really
Himbo.
in shape.
He was a himbo.
Whatever the term is, and he was like when the hibachi, and he was the most fascinating because when the chef started doing all his tricks, you saw him like His brain was short-circuiting from the fast movement, you could tell. He was so quiet because he was enjoying it in a very special way. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But no, I mean, then we went to this place called the Anaheim Garden Walk. We met this fantastic... Most of our Ubers were pretty cool.
Yeah, I have nothing from the garden walk.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, though.
Yes,
you do. You have our selfie in front of the Onwards poster.
Yeah, which is coming later with your media, I assume.
But yeah, we went to the garden walk, and we met this great Uber who was not over her ex at all.
4 times in a 20-minute Uber ride. 4 times she managed to bring up her ex out of context.
Honey, no, she mentioned him way more.
I don't know. Maybe I was generous with her.
But no, we went to go see Onwards, which was really cool. We found an escape room place, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Onwards made me cry, and then...
You can keep talking. I'm just looking for the escape room flyer.
All right. Cool. You didn't think to prepare this? That was one of the funnest things this week.
It's true. I didn't prepare Voice's website to show off. How?
Well, that's...
What?
But no, so... But yeah.
YouTube channel.
Our free day was generally that. It was chill. It was nice. And then we woke up on Tuesday and it was pouring rain.
Oh, it was my table the entire time. In California. Rain in California. That's what I traveled thousands of miles for.
I think the best thing was Max just looked outside and he was like, I packed shorts.
It's true. I had never packed this. I never packed this wrong for a trip. I usually pack too many warm stuff. This time I had 2 shorts, not used. I had primarily t-shirts. I believe half of them still traveled back. I mean, I switched them out under my warmer clothes, and I was wearing a jacket or a long sleeve shirt on top of it all the time.
Yeah, but we were kind of like, are we even going to Disney today? We went to Target and picked up, like, for me, we picked up an umbrella. We picked up him a raincoat. He kind of looked down at my shoes when we walked into Target and was like, we're getting you new shoes. So we did all that. And then it stopped raining. But so we got into Disney. We decided to do Disneyland. We realized Rise of the Resistance was booked out before the park even opened. But we did the Millennium Falcon ride first. Speaking of which, Galaxy's Edge is fucking cool. You can scroll down, now we're in Disney.
Yes, we are. Yay, Falcon.
Yeah, we walked into Galaxy's Edge and we were both like, whoa. Like, the attention to detail that they do at Disney is fucking crazy. And, like, okay, just saying, we went on that Millennium Falcon ride twice. Mm-hmm. The first time we were the pilots, because you can get 3 jobs, pilots, shooters, and engineers. And I don't think we've yelled at each other more than being the pilots on that ride. And we got fucking roasted by a 3-year-old. Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey. The gunners in front of us walked out of the simulator in front of us, the granny with her grandchild. Oh, and honey, who would make the ship crash?
The pilots. And we were right behind them. And the mom turned around and looked over, realizing we were behind. And we were just like,
oh, burn.
We got roasted. I never felt more viscerally attacked. But no, Disney was fun. We were able to do every ride. This fucking man made me go on It's a Small World. You can talk about the It's a Small World ride, because I'm trying to repress those memories.
I know, it was fun.
Oh, no. You're hiding details. He's terrible at telling stories. That's why he picked a podcast where part of the format is talking.
Also, we have a lot to cover, so...
Well, you know what? It's your fault. But, wait, no, we went... I'm going to talk about the Small World ride, and then we can move on, okay?
Okay.
we went on the Small World ride because it had a 5-minute wait time, because of course it did. And we sat in the back, and there was a couple in front of us who had the exact same dynamic. This guy was like doing Fortnite dances to the song. Meanwhile, the woman was like, I hate you so much. I never felt such a similar energy. And the thing is, I don't like that ride, not because of the song, because the mannequins are fucking creepy.
Yeah, and it's amazing because we have the really old ones that are like barely human-shaped cardboard, and then those very new ones which are on the other end of Uncanny Valley, where they have like click 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 the blinking eyes and those clean skin.
They're part of the Imaginarium.
Yeah.
Part, yeah.
Yeah, but no, especially the old Asian ones. But no, we fucking, I hated it. I think the part that made me want to punch this man the most is that when we were moving forward, he like looked behind us and saw one of the carts going back in to go into like where they would station people. And he was like, Chrissy, I just saw how fast that cart goes. I think that's the fastest this ride goes. with this fucking big grin, just doing his fucking thing where he squeezes his hands when he's laughing, like, and just like, I'm gonna drown you in this water.
I mean, I will admit at some point I was like, another room? Oh boy, this really does never stop, does it?
Yeah, at that point I was just, because the entire ride I was glaring at him. And I could just see in his eyes, he's like, man, was it worth it? Yeah, it was, but still. But no, Disney was fun. Again, weirdly empty for Disney standards. Max got really scared because he thought that I broke my neck on the Matterhorn.
Oh yes, this was disturbing. Not gonna. She sat in the front seat, so this is a bob ride, like sliding bob. She in the front seat, I'm behind it, and her head was like tung, 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 tung. It looked like a bubble head on LSD or something. And I was
Key, do you remember? Have you ever been to Six Flags Great Escape? Do you remember the bobsled ride? Yeah, so that's what I'm picturing right now.
But yeah, basically that's it. But anyways, then Wednesday, Golden came by and we started our trek to Las Vegas. I spent most of my time taking pictures of these people, doing this. Oh, this was the coolest stop, which was this town called Yermo, which has this little curio shop called Eddie's World, where we all three picked different candies. Brett picked the candy that probably ruined most of our friendships.
Oh, it's true.
We'll talk about that
There will probably be a vlog on his channel at some point, won't it? Because we recorded us experimenting with all three candies, so stay tuned for that.
But no, Guillermo's this cute little town. We just missed a chance to go into the ghost town. We could have gone in. No one was there. But Brett was wanting to be a wet blanket and was like, no, we shouldn't go in there. But yeah, we did that. I drove a lot of the way. We listened to a lot of Max's mixtapes so we know what.
By the way, you guys still have my CDs. They're still in Brett's car.
Well, whenever the world stops burning and I get to visit you again, I get to give it to you. But then we made it to Vegas. And obviously, so Thursday, we didn't really have a plan except for the love show at 9:30. So I found this place called Fremont Street Experience. I thought it would be just a quick way to kill time. We spent so much time here. This place is awesome. That's Black Batman. But yeah, it's just this weird like street that has this giant metal canopy where they have LED lights and stuff, and fucking.
I have all the pictures on my phone. I can't show them. Damn it.
But yeah, it was really cool. We found, but like right off the side of it, we found this arcade that we went to. That Brett was unnaturally good at this one game and won 500 tickets twice. And then we found this little like bar called The Nerd, which cheap drinks, free bowling. We did 2 rounds of bowling for free. Also, I rode on a giant mechanical penis.
Sorry, what?
I'm sorry. My voice is giving out. Max here, can you repeat what I just said?
Oh yeah, she was riding a giant mechanical penis. And because she was a birthday girl, she rode it for free.
And I held on for a long time. Oh, but did my thighs hurt afterwards.
And Brett recorded it with the clear statement, "This is not going on my channel." So there is a recording. There is a recording of it. I am not sure.
Look, if you donate to my page.
This has nothing to do with phrasing, Nelson. It was literally a ball attraction in the shape of a giant penis with veins and a tip and everything.
Yes, and by the way, the bartender, I forgot his name. He was the coolest dude. He's awesome. If you're ever in Vegas, once the world is done blowing up, go to the Nerd on Fremont Street experience. It's really cool. We like them. They get an approval. Max drunk a lot of Corona. But yeah, but that night we went to the Mirage to go see the Love Show, which is a huge bucket list activity for me, which was this giant acrobatic Cirque du Soleil experience. Man, the theater was empty.
I only now recall they have a Facebook page. That's the logo, the Nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, the Love Show, yeah, there you go, was really fucking cool. I had a great time. The boys had a great time, I assume. Max said that he was falling asleep during slower parts because I would hope
jet lag.
It was because the music was soothing.
And it was darker for those parts where I felt sleepy. So I'm like a bird. You put a blanket on my head and I think it's night and I fall asleep.
I mean, as someone who's seen this man fall asleep, if you make it dark enough and quiet enough, he will.
What do you think while I'm using a ring light during this podcast? It's the only way how I stay awake.
Let me just say though, glancing over at him when slow parts ended and then fucking Back in the USSR starts playing and then his eyes just kind of go like it was interesting, but it was a really cool show. I feel like he can agree with me that it was definitely cool. Yeah, but then the next day we kind of spent most of the day back on Fremont.
5 hours in the karaoke place. Oh yeah.
We went back to found this place called Cat's Meow, which was this karaoke place, which was so much fun.
Why are all the photos on my computer?
Because my phone was dead most of the time. Yeah, we'll use this. But no, just saying, if you wanted an example of Keyframe is really good at talking to strangers, this whole week was an example of that. We met people in line at rides. We met people at karaoke. I'm just weirdly good at talking to people, and I don't know why. Oh, this place is great.
This page does not give an impression of this place at all.
But it was really cool, and like all the people were really nice, and there was like a huge sense of camaraderie. I may have gotten COVID there, I don't know, but like it was really fucking cool. But yeah, as things have to come. Oh no, there was one other thing that night. I discovered that I don't like casinos except for blackjack. I was actually having a lot of fun at blackjack. Oh yeah, we went to the Venetian. Everything was closed, but it sure looks cool.
Also, 2 a.m. This is at 2 a.m. in night, and you have the feeling it's daytime. It's so scary.
Yeah, just to say, me and Max didn't go to bed till like 4 a.m. because I
was probably up by then.
Because in the casino, I was just like playing blackjack. And then we made our way home on Saturday, which I don't have a picture of, but that's Sunday. But Saturday, we actually went to an escape room.
Yes.
We found this when we went to go see the movie Onwards, and it was this place called Mission Escape. It's a really cool escape room thing. We went at like 10 p.m. And there was we did a bank heist one. So there were like 2 rooms, and we had to try to solve this bank heist.
Puzzles or something?
Yeah, there was 14 puzzles.
Okay.
This was a room meant for 8 to 10 people, and we were only 2. And we did it without running out of time. And I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
The guy was kind of like, you guys were actually pretty good. The thing that we stumbled on is that we started solving puzzles except we didn't see what the puzzles were doing sometimes, which like one we can't say, but there was one part where something lights up when you put something down and we didn't notice the correlation.
Yeah, because we did two things in quick succession, and we didn't figure out what caused a thing. So we were like, okay, those things lit up at some point. What is this connected to? And we couldn't figure that one out, like sadly.
Then there was just one puzzle where something just wasn't working right. Max got it right. But you know what? It was still a hell of a lot of fun. It was like, yeah. And then we watched Spies in Disguise and then dropped dead. And then Sunday, the final day, we found this one diner called Rudy's, and I discovered I do have a threshold when eating. So I was eating this chicken sandwich and stuff, and I was getting so full. And I mentioned, oh, we were here for the week for our birthday and for my birthday and stuff. And then the waiter comes back with a hot fudge sundae.
Cry.
And I'm just like, I have to eat it. They gave it to me for free.
It's true.
I have to.
You couldn't have took it back to the hotel room?
No, because we were headed to the airport.
We were already with our luggage and everything. This was...
Yeah. So we thought we could do the escape room again, but turns out fucking this family of 34 took all the escape rooms.
Literally. Like, we saw them... What was it where she put down the money and I was like, this could not have been... And she paid in cash and I was like, this wasn't $950. This was $950 she just paid to buy this room multiple times over.
There are 4 escape rooms. Each can house like 8 people, and they took all 4 of them. So there was no
sets in a row.
Yeah, but then there was no movies playing. But we found this cute little like coffee shop, and they had a dog, and the dog liked me, and we just kind of sat there and watched Infinity Train, and it was pleasant. And that ends the story of Vegas.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we went to the Void, and we did an Avengers VR thing, and it was kick-ass. The guy with us had no idea what was going on.
I personally would say that I still preferred the Star Wars one.
The Star Wars one is better.
Yeah, this one is more about...
Admit, it was still fun.
It was fun, definitely. So it's like VR, but you literally work around. So whatever you see in the world is really there. You really walk downstairs. You really grab stuff in your environment. It's all really there. Unless the VR you have in your living room where you hold 2 silly controllers in your hand. However, Star Wars one I found more impressive than this one because this had a lot like, whoa, you basically had all the Avengers coming by and
the staircase part though in the staircase part in Doctor Strange's thing was fucked with my head.
Yeah.
Well, it is Doctor Strange.
It's true. They made this well. But
yeah, one more thing before we go. This boy gave me the birthday gift of his presents.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing was, he gave me another gift. We went to a store on Fremont, and there was just this wall of these glasses, and he was like, "Chrissy, that matches your hair perfectly."
It does.
And the thing is,
it's literally her hair colors.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he's like, I need to get you this. I didn't give you a birthday present besides me being here. And I was like, but that was the birthday present I want. Too bad, I'm getting this for you.
Yeah.
And he bought it, and he's like, your days of sippy cups are over, because he keeps referring to this because it makes me mad. But then I discovered something when I came home.
The lid comes off. Oh.
She can still zippy cup it up.
I hacked the system.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Yeah. I guess
we should just speed through medias.
But we most certainly should. My only addition is that I finally, when I was over there, got my birthday present from last year. Click. Click. Oh, now it does actually. Which is probably not visible on the distance. Can I get this sharp? It is like the ANY ferret and the ANY human circling around the globe. And
with Gallifreyan in the background.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is Gallifreyan in the background. So
yeah.
I will use this as the art of the week so that everybody can look at the very end of the podcast what image is.
Lauren made it. Lauren did the artwork because she's amazing.
Now I need to try something.
What are you going to try to do?
Does it work?
It kind of does. Oh my god, it does. Like, oh, that's kind of sick.
You finally see the graphic in here. Okay, anyways. Media. Super high speed media. Okay. Voice, you have been quiet for so long. How about you start us off with the quickest media ever? Go!
Okay, well, I've been watching The Owl House. Basically, if you like Gravity Falls or if you like Amphibia on Disney or Disney XD, whatever it is, imagine this, but a teenage girl gets transported to the world of Dungeons and Dragons, kind of. Not much is a lot of stuff is going on, especially with the mystery behind the witch lady, the owl lady Ida. That's the witch with the white hair. She's voiced by Wendy Malick. She's hilarious, and so is the king of demons, who's voiced by Alex Hirsch.
Ah, okay. One name I recognize.
Yeah, actually, another person you might recognize. The rival, more than likely soon to be friend, Amity Blight, is voiced by Mae Whitman, aka Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, yes, this is also a name I recognize.
Yep, yeah, it's a very fun show. There's a mystery about again about this curse regarding Ida being the Owl Lady, or the Owl Lady of the Boiling Isles, as it's referred to. I've been enjoying it since day one, and I can't wait for more.
Who would you say is probably a fan of the show, and who would you maybe not recommend it to?
Okay, if you're a fan of, if you like high fantasy, if you are a fan of like Cal Arts Disney, like Gravity Falls and Amphibia, I would recommend it. If you're sick of isekai shows, then maybe don't watch it.
It sounded very much like an isekai, except that it's not anime.
It is an isekai.
I mean, at the end of the day, isekai, I started to think that it's related to the idea of getting into a video game world, but no, it's just about world traveling. At the end of the day, Inuyasha is an isekai.
Yep.
If you travel to other worlds.
Such a weeby statement. I think I felt little Neko ears grow out of your head in that moment, and then they just receded right back in.
No, I just watched the other day a crossover between Gigak and another dude on his channel, where for 45 minutes they did the top list of isekais, like with this chart, like S, F, A, B, C, tier list, right?
Lists.
So they did this for isekai for like 3/4 an hour, and they put some stuff in there where we were like, oh yeah, technically Inuyasha is an isekai before there were isekai.
Tron is technically an isekai.
Oh, now we are talking. But yeah, thank you for that.
Scooby-Doo Cypher Chase is an isekai. The PBS show Cyber Chase is an isekai. Okay, anyways.
Yes.
But no.
Wizard of Oz isekai. The Wizard of Oz is an isekai.
Oh my god! It is!
Mind blown. Like...
Wait, okay, what other isekais are there?
We could do this in the post show. We need to keep going.
Fair. It's a fair point. But yeah, chat.
Someone in the chat remind us to do
Chat, you can keep posting other shows that are isekai where you would not expect it. In the meantime, I guess I can continue on, or do you want to go, Key?
I mean, I guess I'll go. It's gonna be fast. Onwards, it made me cry. The end. Go watch. Anyway, but no, Onwards is the new Pixar movie that came out at such an unfortunate time, which is so sad because it's so fucking good. Let me just say, I'm really happy that Disney is doing the thing that other studios are doing, and they're moving it. I think they've already moved this to video on demand services like Amazon and stuff, and it's going to be on Disney Plus on April 3rd, so in a week, which is, I think that's good. I think that they do respect the quality of the movie, that they want as many people to see it as possible, and they're not going to shame it as a flop because of something that's out of the movie's hands. Quality of the movie. I came in with my expectations of Pixar non-sequel films, which is you better make me cry. It achieved that. But like in all seriousness, I know a lot of people have been harping on this movie, saying like, oh, they're not going to do anything with this concept, and all the dumb article things about the gay cop, which Disney didn't even proclaim. It was someone's article of people who saw it in press releases who started talking about it, which is stupid. But for people who don't know, Onwards is about these two boys, Ian, the skinny one played by Tom Holland, and Barley, the himbo played by Chris Pratt. And they discover in this world of magic where people use technology to do the easy way because magic is so hard to learn, that their father made a spell to bring him back from the dead for one day, which Ian wants to do because Ian never got to meet his dad. His dad died before, his mom was pregnant with Ian. And they go on this journey to get this little Phoenix Stone to bring their father back because the Phoenix Stone broke during the spell. This is not spoilers. They had this during the trailer. And this movie's so damn charming, and it's so much more charming than what I thought it was. It's definitely like a road trip movie. And at the end of the day, I think this tackles the subject of sibling love better than Frozen does.
It's not really hard.
I know. Well, like the first Frozen movie, that was their entire crux of like, there's more love than just romantic love. I think Onwards does it so much better. I really like Barley. I understand what Lauren says is that, okay, you're not going to like Barley for the first few minutes, but you're going to love him by the end of the movie. I loved him right from the beginning, so I think that says my taste in people, being Chris Pratt. But the thing is, you expect him to be such a dumb comic relief character during most of it, but he's actually quite nuanced. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there was a moment in the movie that when you guys watch it, you'll be like, oh, there's the moment where Chrissy cried. And that fucking hit me for the rest of the movie's duration. That hit me in the no feeling zone. The best part was that Max was like, oh yeah, it made me think of Star-Lord. And then I realized your backstory is a lot like Star-Lord. And I was like, I don't know how to take that. But it's really good. The visuals are fantastic. I love the characters. There's so much charm. I encourage people, get it on video on demand. If you have Disney Plus, watch it when it comes out on the 3rd. It deserves so much more love than I think it's getting. I know a lot of people are excited for Soul, that's coming out later this year, being like, oh yeah, that's what we're looking for with Pixar. But I think the brotherly love and the genuineness of this movie embodies a lot of classic Pixar that I think a lot of people have been missing. I got the same feeling out of Onwards that I did for Coco.
I will say this. I did see the movie the weekend it came out. It is a slow burn, though. If you're looking for...
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah, if you're looking for the really getting into the fantasy stuff, like, wait, like it
builds up, but narratively it makes sense because of the world that they established, that magic has dissipated from the world and they're slowly building it back that the world has magic. But Voice, given that you saw it, do you know the moment that made me cry?
I'm not exactly sure.
They were in the cave riding the Cheeto.
Oh, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure.
We'll talk about it after the show, but then when I tell you the scene, you'll be like, oh no. Okay. But yeah, go watch Onwards. That's my media.
Yeah. Okay, mine. The boys. So
Without a Paddle 2.
Yeah, we finally finished season 1. Its premise is basically it's a little bit like dark My Hero Academia, as in there are a lot. No, okay, in My Hero, 80% of the world have superpowers. No, here it's still
dark sky high.
basically. So you have a bunch of humans who are superhumans. Luckily enough, they are all heroes, but then again, are they really? because they are like assholes. That's basically their thing. They are fucking assholes. And it's like it has this aspect where my brain jumped to my hero that they are working for a big corporation which controls them all and basically sells out their services, their protection, their superpower, and this is like this mega corporation which has keeps governors and stuff under their thumb and are like, oh, Mr. Governor, if you are not voting in the next thing like we wanted to, I guess the best superhero we can give you is Small Fry. You cannot get the L train and stuff like this. So very cynical, and the biggest asshole of them all is the dude in the middle, who is totally. He's totally.
It's like if Justice League was a privatized company,
basically, and run by assholes below.
Well, so basically, it's the what's the Universe 3 version of
the Justice Lords.
Oh yeah, Justice Lords, or
I mean,
the Secret Society of Supervillains.
I mean, kind of. I kind of try to, because he is Superman. Homelander is Superman. He can fly. He is resistant against damage. He has super strength and he has heat vision. So yeah, he is definitely Superman.
I just got an idea for a death battle. Homelander versus Ultraman.
But no, anyways, more about the boys.
Exactly. Aquaman, obviously. Probably Wonder Woman, even though I'm not sure. I believe she cannot fly. I'm not sure.
I think her thing is super strength because Homelander has to carry her.
Exactly. So she cannot fly, but then again, depending on which iteration of Wonder Woman you watch, she also cannot. Probably Batman. We literally don't know anything about him that...
Like a mix between Batman and Black Panther.
We don't even know his ability, do we? We just see him do melee at one point.
We did see him fight, so he at least has like resistance and high dexterity.
Probably.
General brick house fighter.
Speedster, so obviously the Flash. And who is missing? The last one would be Hawkeye or something? Hawkwoman? Whatever. This guy's invisible. Yeah. They're all assholes.
Fantastic Four, and then Aquaman.
But yeah, I mean, first episode, so I don't count as a spoiler. First episode is that the speedster accidentally runs through the girlfriend of the then protagonist of the show and basically explodes her. It's a gory mess. Let's put it like this.
It's Garth Ennis. So yeah, expect gore.
Yes.
This show is not for the queasy of stomachs.
No, so to answer the question, who wants to see, or who should see it, who should not see it? Yeah, it is not for as Keyframe said, the squeezy of stomach, because while it is not all in your face about the gore, when it does gore, it does pretty fucked up gore. Like the moments themselves are fucked up. Then once again we have the thing of like, hey, what about we first of all have a giant an evil corporation, or a normal evil, not like mustache evil, but real life evil corporation running superpowered humans and selling them out. What if some of them are sociopaths? Because while he plays by the books, he is a sociopath. Even psychopath, even. He's
Anthony Starr does a great job at making you piss your pants in fear.
Yes.
Because, God, this guy looks like he is one step away from fucking you up.
Yes.
Just when he's acting normal.
And he probably is in his mind, like, knowing, like, I could murder you all if I wanted to. The other are like more ambiguous, more gray area. Then you have Starlight over here, who is actually a goody two-shoes, but she gets challenged by this world of the corrupted assholes.
And what you don't see is the actual boys, which is Butcher, who's played by...
Exactly. The ironic part is the boys are actually normal humans who try to fight against the superhumans, including the aforementioned protagonist whose girlfriend got exploded. And yeah, they all they try to fight a resistance against those secretly pretty evil, messed up. I mean, Homelander, once again, psychopath, so you can arguably say that he is probably not on the top of the alignment chart. With the other people, it's a bit more ambiguous. She really tries.
The corrupt. Corrupt is the better way to put it.
They are all fucking corrupt. And yeah, so if you really don't like too much dark and gritty realism, skip this one. If you... who else should skip it? Squeamish people who really don't want to see evil Superman because...
People who don't like shock humor, because a lot of this show relies on... like shock and dirt, but not toilet humor extent, like shock as in like, they don't hold back with the reality of a lot of the situations.
Yes. It's like as dark as you can imagine it to be, like with the setup that I just described. Should I say it without... Okay, without going into details, but there is a point later in the season where the show manages to make you feel bad for a rapist. This is how fucked up this show is. So yeah, it is fucked up. So if you're not into fucked up, don't watch it. If you are into fucked up, okay, with a little bit of gore and really want to explore this idea of a corrupt world with corrupt superheroes, watch it. It's on Netflix Prime. If you have Prime, then
not
watch
Netflix Prime, Amazon Prime.
That's totally what I said. Amazon Prime, as I have been saying the entire time, and as nobody could disprove by just rewinding this video a few seconds. Amazon Prime. It even says Prime Original right here. I'm a smart person. SMRT. Anyways,
question for Q&A. Did we get any on Twitter?
We got some questions on Twitter. Yes, indeed. Let me jump over there. Once I got rid of the boys. Did more trickle in? No. So I got the questions too on Twitter. Okay, I guess this one, since we already started this show talking a lot about Pony, I guess one Pony question gets a pass. Mr. Sai, the storyteller, asked, how many times did you actually laugh after reading the script for the latest episode of Analysis Anarchy? I assume that would probably be later parts of Red vs. Blue without saying anything about the events happening.
No, I think they're referring to Mercenary Melodies.
But
since I haven't watched it, I will refer to Red vs. Blue. And I personally can actually recall, like, was it part 2 or part 3 who really got me laughing? Where I was like, wow, normally AA is not necessarily my specific brand of humor, but there was some really good where you could see the editing in the script itself. And I was like, this is actually, like, this got a giggle out of me.
Yeah. Well, I can at least talk about like this, at least the scripting part of Mercenary Melodies.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the behind the scenes stuff. This was something I wanted to do with Jasper for like the longest time. Like once he got accepted as the Blue Soldier, like everyone wanted to do something with him. So the thought process, like, okay, how do I think one of the things was like, okay, one situation where like the straight man and the Looney Tune literally get together and basically just go through like certain shenanigans. And by the way, I made that intro and I'm so proud of it. So yeah, like just going the scripting process, like, okay, what kind of jokes can we pull off in this? So, Wabbit season, duck season, of course, you realize this means war. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. And then there's the... Yeah. That, by the way, that was saying in the background if you heard that. I just laughed. I was just laughing my ass off just writing. Not even just writing this, but just hearing the audio for the first time, mixed by Will, and seeing the first visuals. Like, I was dying, especially towards the middle. I won't say what it is. It's probably one of the funniest scripts I've been a part of. Second only, probably first to It's probably my first funniest script. Second, I probably would go with Mission Impossible. And
the one you wrote.
Yeah, well,
Bias.
Buddy, I guess I put the link to the full episode down below for anybody interested.
But yeah, so a Discord question now, I assume.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Keyframe asks, we dream of that which we think as significant. What is your most memorable dream? Do you remember your dreams?
Huh. Probably not.
You had a chance to look at these questions in advance, good sir. You could. I definitely have an answer.
I had a weird dream last night.
Oh, go ahead. Dish, let's analyze your dream.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because because I'm a fan of the Loud House or something, but it was. I think I was in Egypt or something, and I was solving puzzles regarding the mystery of the Sphinx or something, and I don't know. It was weird. I do remember I got stuck on this one puzzle, just trying to figure out which direction an owl was pointing or something.
I know somehow we could find a roundabout Freudian way to make this about your father. I just don't know how.
Why?
Freud was why is something you could say to Freud. I don't know, but that's why it's Freudian. Probably my most memorable dreams, besides nightmares as a kid, because God, you don't forget childhood nightmares, because they're weird and they're intense. Most of them involved snakes. Talking from personal experience. But no, a lot of the dreams that I've had recently are the people I know in real life, but everything's a musical. And then I wake up and I remember the fact it was a musical, but I do not remember what the fuck we sung. But I am positive they are not actual songs. They are things that were made up in my head, and I'm inside of my brain is probably a Tony-winning musical, and I can't get it out. So it makes me wish Inception was a real thing or some kind of weird brain dream recording.
Yeah, I guess on my end, most memorable dreams, probably by the very definition that they are the only ones that I can directly remember. Why often enough it's you have a weird emotion and you have a weird mumbo jumbo, and at least in the first 5 to 10 minutes right after waking up, you are whoa, what was that? And you grasp on the fleeting aspects of this madness, because I have sometimes very interesting and insane dreams, but I cannot remember them. However, one that I can remember, maybe this counts as a nightmare, I'm not entirely sure, during a time in my life when I was a little bit more stressed out and whatnot, and I didn't know where to go, we're talking 10 years back. God, I'm old. I was having what I called my waiter dreams, where I was working as a waiter at the time, basically as a slightly nicer version of a busboy. So I did not only took stations full of dirty dishes into the kitchen, I also delivered the food to the customers onto the table. So somewhere in between, but I didn't take orders. But yeah, my job was clearing out those stations, and I could not keep up. I just could not get this job done. So a very obvious theme for those things were okay, I had work, therefore framework of work, and the feeling, the emotion connected with the dream was not being able to get it done, to keep up, to do what you have to do, and poof. Over those stress, I kept waking up, and for a period of time, I had this where I literally woke up on the clock, on the hour, boom, 1 a.m. Shit, trying to go back to sleep, dreaming again, once again, back at work, waitering, bing, 2 a.m. How? So precisely. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. On the plus minus a minute, always on the full hour in the middle of the night, multiple ones after each other, so completely shooting through my night's rest. And it's probably my most memorable dream by the very definition of the term, because I can remember that I had those.
Overcooked must have awoken some weird memories.
No, this was ages ago. I didn't have those since I stopped working.
I know. I'm just saying, like, they sound so familiar to Overcooked when we couldn't get a level done.
Okay. Back to Twitter, I guess.
Anything?
Yes, we have another one. J-Rock, Drock, gave us another Would You Rather. And I had guesses in the past before that. I know that's an easy answer. But let's see if I get surprised once again and this answer is not as obvious as I think it is. For all three, would you rather eat no candy at Halloween or no turkey at Thanksgiving? I know my answer because I think it's pretty obvious, but maybe it's not as obvious as I think it is.
No turkey at Thanksgiving. Turkey is dry as fuck 90% of the time.
Okay, I once again got proven wrong.
I probably on your side. No candy at Halloween.
Thank you. No, maybe it's probably an answer that's easier for me as an adult.
Probably.
As a kid, I would have been candy. But
I mean, like, what are they assuming that I eat candy on Halloween anyways? I'm not a big sugar eater anymore. I like sugar. I just can't eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm a boring adult. What can I say? I pay taxes and cry.
But yeah, since I don't have a turkey at Thanksgiving, I kind of transferred in my brain over to the turkey on Christmas that my dad makes, and it's not fucking dry, and I really like it, and it's a good turkey. And if I had like no sweets on Halloween, which I probably didn't even eat any this year, versus no candy on Halloween and no turkey on the big family fest.
You have a stroke there, buddy? Like,
I guess so.
But no, I mean, like, the only person who's ever made a turkey that's not dry in my standards was my dad. Lord knows I ain't getting that again, so turkey will forever be dry.
Oh, well. Any argument on your end, Voice, for your decision?
I don't know. I guess I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I've grown past as much as I love Halloween I love candy during Halloween season. I kind of can't live without turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm an adult. I don't eat big amounts of candy regularly, so why would I be able to have a problem
with your mouth full.
With skipping candy?
Don't overfill your mouth. Don't be gross.
Well, I'll also kind of give up candy for Lent this year.
Oh, well, good for you. I gave up. Wait. It's 40 days. Can I say that I gave up traveling for Lent?
I don't know, but there is this rumor going around that if Jesus does not show a shadow, we get 6 more weeks of Lent.
Hey! I like this one.
Anyway, Discord question.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see. From Max and Key's toilet paper stash, would you rather have Doom Eternal or Animal Crossing New Horizons? Why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
Those awake 2 different receptors in the brain, buddy. Sometimes you need to kill demons, sometimes you need to build a bridge.
And sometimes you need...
Or in this case, sometimes you need to burn bridges.
Or sometimes you just want to send the Doomslayer to pick oranges.
Exactly.
I saw this beautiful animation by whatever his name is. J-Ro?
Either way, I guess if I had to pick either of the two, I guess Animal Crossing, because for one thing, I've heard that the story in Doom Eternal is super chaotic. But the other thing is, Animal Crossing is one of those slow burn games that you pick up, you do a little bit, you put down, and that kind of stuff, and that kind of fits into my lifestyle. Because I know for a fact that if I get sucked into a game that requires me just playing long strings of time, I will do it, and no one will ever see me again. The fucking level 500 thing I had on Heroes of the Storm it qualifies for that. Oh man, I'm scared to touch Blizzard.net again. I don't want to go back.
I'd probably pick up Doom Eternal, just because I'm not a life sim. I don't really do life sim games. I'm not really into like the Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, any of that. I need
Get
to
out.
have.
Get out.
I need to have a task that's.
You do have a task. It's paying off your debts to Tom Nook. Like, Animal Crossing does have tasks. You just do it in a chill way.
I'd rather slay demons with my hands and the BFG 9000.
Oh no, now I'm the tipping point, and whatever I decide will be the truth for everybody to take away from this show, that this is what everybody has to do, and who chooses the other one is wrong.
Your stalling is very apparent.
I know. So the thing is, I have Denim, who has Animal Crossing, and I got to look over her shoulder, and this is actually my first direct exposure to the game, and not just to stuff about the game. I mean, I knew about Animal Crossing before, but not about, well, seeing it actually in action and backseat gaming somebody. Funny enough, since I never finished the first Bethesda Doom, I actually picked up Doom for myself. So we literally kind of did it. She played Animal Crossing on the TV, and I just played Doom on my computer.
So now you have a balanced way to make a choice.
I actually have a balanced way. I don't know. I like both, which is, as you said in the beginning, Key, like you have receptors. It's for two different receptors. I do like both. There is a thing that I don't like about Animal Crossing, which is the aspect of the meta game, being linked to real time outside of the game.
Day and night time cycles.
Yeah, but to connect it to the real life. So if you don't play for a week, this has a negative, like the weeds grow.
Surrounded by weeds.
Yeah, which is like I have a personal bias, and I would actually I would even say it's a healthy bias to be skeptical or consider games that try to encourage you in this kind of way to come back daily as a little bit of a red flag. I mean, a positive example. It's a weird thing to bring this up as a positive example would be, let's go early day World of Warcraft, because nowadays it's run by Activision and therefore evil. But no. So World of Warcraft, if you're not aware of it, if you wake up in the morning and you play after a long break, first day you get an XP bonus. So originally they had this actually installed as a punishment for people who play too much. And it was like introduced as a punishment for playtesters, as like, oh, if you play too much you get less XP. And this was like, this pissed people off. Then they twitched it around where like, you get a bonus if you are well rested. And players ate it up. They loved it. And this is like a positive encouragement to come back, which I'm okay with, but when it reaches points like, yeah, if you don't come back for a few days, this has a lasting, or not a lasting impact, I guess you can just get out all the weeds. This is something that makes me feeling a little bit iffy, especially since I had a time where I tried out some of those online games that happen in real time, and they are all scams, all of them. And yet I might pick Animal Crossing over Doom.
Don't kill yourself. That's my job.
I don't know. It looks interesting, and I invested like how many hundreds of hours into Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. That's that tweet that I found where it's like you take 2 weeks to grow a carrot to give it to someone that doesn't like it, and then the Animal Crossing thing. I was like, this feels like Max. Like,
no, the thing is about Doom, I really like it. It's smooth, it's slick, it has a satisfying thing, but it's like. Probably not the time west. I mean, the fact that I spent like probably 60-80 hours in one go on Stardew Valley versus having now for the third time starting Doom to hopefully finally finish it. And it's not a long game. How many levels does it have? 5? From the narrative point of view, I have the feeling that the 5th level, the tower, is the last level. So it's a 5-level game. And I was not able to finish it yet, and I have it for years. This probably tells you what kind of genre. I like both, but yeah, one of them is.
Take Animal Crossing.
Yes, I will go down in one while I just enjoy the other. Sorry, next Discord question. I have nothing else on.
Okay, next question. There's 2 more questions, and then we go to the FMK.
Okay.
From Denim Ninja, what's your go-to food for your isolation? Got any recipes or secrets you're willing to share? Because I have to step out for 1 quick second. I'll just say, go check out a Good Mythical Kitchen. That is Rhett and Link's Good Mythical Morning Kitchen thing.
The link below.
They have been starting this series where they are making recipes that you can make with stuff you just have in your house in quarantine. They recently made this thing which is like a French onion soup you can make with ramen, like stovetop ramen, and it looks fucking delicious. I would say give that stuff a chance. They are really helping out people. I will be back.
Okay. Do you have a secret recommendation, Voice?
As for quarantine food?
Oh, yeah. I mean, eating out is probably still difficult for you.
Well, not necessarily eating out, but I'm in like the middle of everything, so delivery is always an option.
That's true.
But if you're not in the mood for delivery, DiGiorno pizza. Like, it's quick and easy. You don't have to order anything, but it's a lot cheaper than actually getting a large or medium pie at a pizzeria or ordering it off of DoorDash or something. But if you want something makeshift, nachos, tortilla chips, sprinkle it with some cheddar cheese, and you're good.
I guess if I have to go for something, I would probably be kind of boring and go with my good old rice pan, which is just a pan of usually brown rice for me. Brown rice with some fresh vegetables, which, kind of require you to still get to a store. But in the worst case, you can also use frozen vegetables and some meat. Once again, same thing. You either need to have fresh meat or frozen chicken fillet or something. And then make a big bowl, like I have a wok for it, of rice with some stuff in it. You can season it up if you know how to season. I don't, so I usually just use a lot of soy sauce and a little bit of the red sauce. What's it called? Chakaka?
Sriracha.
Yes, this one. See, you even know the name. And well, if you have somebody who actually knows how to season living with you, then you might easily get different flavors in.
Yeah. Well, actually, stir fry is also an option. Like white rice, just white rice, egg, soy sauce. If you have those packets, I think it's from not Ichiban. What's it? Kikkoman. They do like the fried rice. They do the fried rice mix. Put that into a wok or a pan, and and you should be good. And ask that I think it's 1 or 2 eggs. I think it is, depending on how much rice you use.
Okay. So you had another final question?
Yeah. It's also from Happy Birthday Keyframe, but I just really like this one. What's the dumbest take you've heard in the last month? Like, when people have hot takes or their take on something. What's the dumbest? I think we can all unanimously say, oh, it's just the flu.
It is a pretty dumb take. Would take a real idiot to proclaim this as a take.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can't think of one worse than that.
God, I'm trying to think. I got one.
Oh boy.
Just because you have human malware doesn't mean you can't go to church.
Doesn't mean you can't go vote.
No, it will go away like a miracle, which is probably the crossover between the two of you.
Oh God, there was that fucking governor of Florida who was like, we voted during the Civil War. Yeah, we voted during the Civil War. We can come out and vote during a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, say that in your state filled with elderly people.
I mean, as long as they get to revote them before he revote him. No, re-elect him before they all die. I guess he got what he wanted. Wow, this turned dark. Please, next question.
Well, our next question is the fuck, marry, kill.
And Enigma got it this time around without competition.
Enigma got it this time. I think one of my favorite things. Oh, okay, he edited it. Because one character, I was like, isn't that character canonically 10? And then everyone was like, no, wait, his canon age is 15.
This is
and then
not much better.
No, yeah, because I was like, isn't CGI character like canonically 10 years old? And then Wolfhead was like, might have to age up the blue blur, chief. And then Desert Samurai comes in being like, technically his canon age is 15 in the games. And then the guy was like, movie, not game, that's still too young. Then he was like, double check it. And it's like, oh yeah, the Paramount character is 13 to 14. So yeah, no bueno. I got someone to talk about the age of Blue Hedgehog. Anyway,
Okay, so what is the FMK?
okay, ask awkward. Blue, a color that denotes sadness in the sea, but also a cooling tone and feel of a color scheme, which is not what you three will have to contend with when these three blue peeps get the latest game of Fuck, Marry, Kill. Bob from Monster vs. Aliens, Rainbow Dash, or CGI 2020 Sonic. The first design that was rejected, not the current one, aged up to consenting age. I'm sure by the end of this run, you will all feel very, whatever color fits best in this sentence, but it ain't gonna be PG. Honestly, I think the color that would fit this is green for disgust.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Voice, our wonderful guest, our first timer. Please tell us who you're going to boink, marry, and kill.
Can I just kill all three?
No.
Ooh. Somebody's on
You have,
Now we know why he picked Doom over Animal Crossing.
except all the demons are blue characters, apparently. But yeah, so you have Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens, Rainbow Dash, and first design Sonic. Have fun. Pick.
Okay, I'd probably kill I'd probably kill first design Sonic.
Why?
Because good gravy.
Fair. Oh, I have a bad feeling that he's giving exactly my answer scheme, so I need to come up with a different one on the spot.
I had to think about this. I'd probably say... I don't know, maybe... Fuck Bob, because I'm not sure if he's actually going to feel it. Or...
It's just Seth Rogen laughing the whole time.
And then I guess marry Rainbow Dash. I don't know.
Well, that was my exact idea for an answer, so I now need to come up with a new one to keep it original. Come on, Key. Make my life even harder. Go before me, so I need to actually... Okay, let's see. What do you leave me?
I really hate Monsters vs. Aliens.
I assume that much.
I'm going to kill Bob and then, put him through a shower drain. Oh god, that leaves me with first design Sonic. See, the worst part is that both of these are technically child marriage.
No, they're all aged up.
Fine, but in my mind, the ages stay the same.
10 years later for both of them. 10 years later.
Okay, fine. 10 years later. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? I guess I'll marry the first design Sonic. Because, follow me on this. That first design was only in those clips that were in the trailers. All the writing for the movie was still the same. So, that means he still had the same likable personality that was in the movie. Just he would have looked ugly as sin. I could put a paper bag over my husband's head. It could have a picture of the current design. Get corrective surgery. It'll be fine. And then I'll fuck Rainbow Dash. Because that's just the default.
I mean, Rainbow Dash is a lesbian anyway, so she will be comfortable with it.
I mean, no. She's bi. All of them are bi.
All of them, no exception.
No exceptions, except maybe Lyra and Bon Bon, but whatever. But, Honestly, I think I'll just pick her because at least she's fast, so it'll be over with, and at least you know it ends in a boom.
I just want to point out we had 1.5 male options, and you went with the lady for fucking. I just want to point it out.
Okay. Bob is a slime ball.
Yeah, but at least he can penetrate.
I don't want. I'm into certain hentai shit, man. I'm not into that hentai shit.
I've seen enough episodes of Interspecies Reviewers to know what that is like.
Exactly. And also, Sonic is too pure. I can't imagine that. No, he's a baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's see this.
Are you going to fuck the hedgehog?
I mean, here's the thing. I have a chance to. You guys left exactly one avenue open, so I can go with a complete contrarian answer. The question is, can I pull it off?
No.
Okay, first thing. This implies. Oh, this is already hard. I don't want to kill Rainbow Dash.
Just do it, man.
Okay, for the sake of being the absolute contrarian, I kill Rainbow Dash because
246 great.
I'm already struggling. I need to come up with a good reason. Because she is totally gay and would not enjoy the sex, and she is simply not marriage material. So the logical conclusion is murder.
She walked up to you and said that you looked like Trenderhoof, and you went into a blind rage.
Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. So
she said you're like Zephyr Breeze, and you went into an even blinder rage.
So yeah, I guess I have to kill Rainbow Dash to be the contrarian. I am marrying the Blob, which is like, you have a very nice compliant person to live with you. You have easy garbage disposal.
You can never judge me for my gold digger answers ever again. You do realize that.
You seems to be a chill person to live with permanently. And
you could have said that and not garbage disposal.
And I guess I did basically the key thing. I had a female character for the fucking, but I messed it up and left the only character with an actual dong on the one end and spikes on the other end for sex. Well,
Don't you make this the passing into the post show. You have to explain a reason.
You already gave the answer of at least it will be over fast, so I cannot even go for that one. Oh god, and the movie actually makes it visible that the spikes are pointy at the end.
I don't think they have spikes that close to breeding areas. Then again, I don't think hedgehogs have gay sex, but...
Well, I fucked myself over. I guess I failed my attempt to going all contrarian. I cannot come up with an explanation. I'm sorry.
You know what?
I failed.
Me and Voice have to come up with a reason why you fuck Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
I don't want to.
But I have to come up with the Hedgehog. I am proud to take this. See, the thing is, I know you're an achievement hunter. And what's a better achievement than fucking Sonic without getting hit by the quills? That is like getting like a no-hit kill.
And you know how I go about achievements. I like to grind.
There you go. See, I found a reason. High five to me. Oh.
Hey, boys, how do you feel?
Congratulations, you just made this awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward
It's the awkward.
Random guests and funny gags on the awkward
It's the awkward.
Artwork and analysis which you do not want to